Get ready for a rematch from the 2019 playoffs, where Tennessee defeated New England in what would be Tom Brady's final game as a Patriot. It's Week 12, only on EA Sports.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Throwing Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jones throw taken in by Bourne. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there for the Patriots.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 16 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Bud Dupree. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold him to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force him into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. On the delay, here's Harris. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. They'll try and run with Harris. And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. His 10th rushing touchdown now on the year, number 12 overall. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This defense for the Patriots, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Out from the shadows of their goal line, here's 1st and 10 from the 11. On the ground, it's Harris. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Jones. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a first and goal.
Harris will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, 5 between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Full connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days. Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. And just a yard to go here on second down. They'll try the right side with Henry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one, 32 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. On the return, here's White. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Damian Harris of the Patriot offense ready to take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. It's brought in by Harris. It's a room to maneuver. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw again on second down. Jones. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll try to run with Harris, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now 21-7. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. Strong running at the 30. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Henry again on second down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Good work, boy. Let's go.
And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads.
Yeah.
When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Again to Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Powers through, and some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. But no surprise coming off a 2,000-yard season. It was Derrick Henry who totaled the most yards after contact in the NFL last year, and he's up to his old tricks here.
A first down carry for Henry.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Henry running right.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff to Henry.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now White on a return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
A big play there for New England. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run with Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Jones now on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. That's Harris. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jones. He finds his man complete. That's Harris. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. 52 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, Let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Looking deep for Julio. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call.
Don't you do that.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Back to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Breaks a tackle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Titans. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man, because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Ruling on the field,
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 6 yards left on second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.